Please comply with all local laws and customs.
Hundreds of fires in the distance. That must be Jane's army. Do you think they can see us through the storm? I believe that answers our question. Seek cover! The Azunite gunners have us in their sights. Moving from cover to cover. Jane's army is here. They could already be inside the mines. Beware! I'm here.
Up and about again. Scholarship waits for no man's land.
Victory! The gate is locked. These ruins are inhabited, but by whom?
thought you were part of Jane's advance guard. Never been happy. We're nearly too late. Then my men and I came here to collapse the entrance with our...
How long has the
It's been 3 days now. General, we had little warning.
Do we have enough time to seal the rear?
I believe so. Our cannons are... Once you've found what you need...
I'll head to the...
Thank you. You walked past the other two already. Regaining control of the
Those royalists are fighting well, but they need our help.
Stand your ground, men! We can't let them into the mines!
You are finished! Retreat to the cave. We will bring the entrance down.
That's it! Fall back! Collapse the entrance behind us!
Take them down!
Waterfall cannot be natural. From what source could its water flow at this height?
Asinized bones, look what you've done. Think you can just blow up the mountain as you please, huh? Fool soldiers, playing war games you don't understand. Oh,
You mean that wall of ice?
yes, and a damn good one. Kept you gits off my side of the mountain.
We're not from the Royalist Army.
Of course, my mistake. How could you be soldiers as heavily armed? To be honest, I don't care why you're here or why you think firing can't...
Who are you? What are you
doing here? You all look like you stepped out of a... To answer your question, I'm Ibsen Yamas IV, and this is my home.
Are you any relation to the famous Ibsen Yamas? The overseer of Gleisern?
Unfortunately, yes. I've lived long enough to see everything. I don't need any of that. Everyone tries...
We need to find a way into the Glitterdelve mines.
Through this pass? There's a way, but good luck finding it. But I'll make you an offer. You fix my front door, and I'll show you.
Your front door was a wall of crystal and ice.
This isn't just any mountain. That waterfall you just walked past. That's geomancy at work. Dwarven magic. In this case, it heats the rocks and stops the water from freezing. It's all part of a vast magical system. The Stone Stream. Amazing work of art. Disrupt that.
All right. If that's what...
I agree. The future of the Legion is more important.
Good. It's hardly something to worry about anyway. The Stone Stream's magic moves through conduit. 3 of them flow out to the surface in this pack. Hit them a few times and you'll collapse the...
How will I know?
Look for cracks in the ground with... I tell you what.
Those men are in danger. Hurry, you can save them.
Who are you?
No.
I'm sorry. These storms have completely... We're grateful for your help.
There's a cave not far.
We'll follow your lead.
You brought guests, I see. I thought you might go hunting for them.
A do-gooder?
A meddler. But at least one... Your sorry lot will be staying with me. When you're rested, I'll show you how to get back to your glorified cave.
Your waterfall is...
Quite a sight, isn't it? As for our deal... Here, take this. Certain gems will glow when a lodestar is nearby. Gives off a bright light that... The dwarves place clusters of these gems on the mountain and use them like beacons. Clever little fellows, I'll admit.
Are these gems worth prying out of rock?
No, at least not to you civilized folk. There are other lodestars that do...
Can you point me in a direction?
Head west and follow the lights. You'll find your way. While you're out, I'll let you in on a secret. It makes for pretty poor shelter. Swarming with though it could be nice one day if those buggers were cleared out. Do me this do help yourself to that chest. I may be irritable, but I'm not ungrateful.
You won't forget this, friend. May Azunai watch over you.
Those glowing stones, they show the way forward. There must be more of them ahead.
Die and be judged.
If only they were closer, I would show them some fire and burn.
Stay calm, don't let them surround you! How did you? No matter, come help us! Were an unwelcome surprise. My men fought bravely. We'll have to save the greetings for later. Follow me!
What's this? How did you get here?
Calm yourself, Phineas. Our friend here helped us seal the rear entrance. We're all thankful for your heroics in the swamp. Especially those scout...
I don't doubt your worth. Your timing is just uncanny. Their numbers are great, and they've employed a fearsome creature. An old, blind, but powerful. We fell back and collapsed the main entrance. But
I met her soldiers outside. How long?
3 days, and we won't last another. Listen, Queen Rosalind will want to see you. She's still in...
I'll go and find the...
We'll stay here a while longer and make sure...
It's good to see you again.
The deep well. All of this was carved by dwarven hands?
Careful. Those flare-ups will cook you alive. There won't be any more explosions like the blast of 943. The dwarves built these magic fans to keep the air clear.
Don't worry, those platforms are safer than they look. Just touch the crystal to make it move.
A rock that floats? How clever this is.
Follow the path up the deep well. Queen...
These tunnels aren't safe, friend. Jane strains our lines as we speak. Go and see the Queen while there's time.
No one could survive that drop. A pity, Jane.
Strange, isn't it? They call it the Stone Stream. Been here for years, and it still confuses everyone but Phineas.
I've never seen a royal court before. I'll try not to set any tapestries alight.
Her Highness is just through this passageway. Please hurry.
Is this the royal court? Hardly any tapestries at all.
I can scarce believe my eyes. Queen Rosalind, these are our friends from the swamp, the ones who helped us escape.
You!
You couldn't know them, my queen. Perhaps you saw the kinsmen in a painting, so they only seem familiar.
I saw you in the Mournweald, when you spoke to the golden-haired child. Was it only a dream, or were you really there?
I was there, and I spoke to the child, just as you say.
I've met the child before, but only in dreams. 3 nights ago, I saw him again. The child said that Jane and her army were near. That's why I told Lord Devonsey to collapse the...
Did the child say anything more?
Only that help was coming. 3 days after the siege began.
Jane was clever this time. She traveled only by night, and she kept her army small and silent. We would never have been ready if the Queen hadn't warned us.
You said that you've met the child more than once?
The first time was the night my father was killed, and we fled his court in Glayson.
It was Her Majesty's dream that led us safely here. She kept her calm. So young, but very much a queen.
Every time Jane comes close to catching us, the child warns me and we escape.
Your Majesty, I was sent here to find you. The Legion seeks an alliance with the royal court.
An alliance? I'm not sure the Queen is ready to take such a radical step.
Am I not? My father refused to reconcile with the Legion. He kept his pride and lost himself a kingdom. If not for these Legionnaires, you would still be trapped in the swamp. and I would be at Jane Cassinda's mercy. For that alone, I trust them.
This is not a matter of trust, Your Majesty, but of appearances. The Legion murdered your grandfather.
The Legion murdered no one. You were a Legionnaire yourself. You should know.
Are you so sure you know the truth? Were you there? Were you privy to the Grand Master's council, as I was?
I'll hear no more talk of my grandfather's murder. Whatever the truth may be, these Legionnaires are our guests and our friends.
The signal? So soon? Jane moved faster than we thought. We're not ready.
Give us your leave, and we'll help you defend this place.
A poor queen I should be if I refused the help of a friend. Lord Devonsey can tell you where you're needed most.
The Jane soldiers are pushing their way into the mining tunnels above and below us. I'd thought to collapse those tunnels more quickly, but my people are too few. We need to drive back the enemy soldiers, set black powder charges at each of the mining tunnels, and get out of the way before they collapse.
When the tunnels are sealed, is there any other way for Jane to get inside?
Only one. A half-finished tunnel at the base of the deep well. I'd hoped to seal all the entrances, but the present circumstances may work in our favor. The lower... assuming, of course, that we can stop her forces in the
No time to waste, then. I'll head for the mining tunnels.
Roderick is my officer in charge. He's probably on his way to the tunnels.
And thank you.
I see that everyone's been introduced. Please, Legionnaire, come speak to me when you have a moment.